Gilbert, I told Mr. Gilbert, hey, like, do you want to hang out and like do stuff? And he's like, what you want to do? And I'm like, you know what I want to do. And then he ended up leaving me on red. We listen and we don't judge.
I be sliding on these tight beats, nigga talk like who she. I had
This world, and I'm back here with another motherfucking video. I forgot what intro did we do last time where I was like, Zania, we back again with Zania, we back again with Zania. I don't know what you call you guys. What do you guys want to be called? I feel like I don't have anything that I want to call you guys because you bitches are my family. You bitches are my boom, like my boom motherfucking coons. I don't know. We gotta come up with some type of name so that I could call you guys something. With that being said, you guys, let me tell you something. Fucking hit that subscribe button. That's the only thing I've ever asked you guys for. Have I ever came on here, posted a GoFundMe, said give me some motherfucking money? No. The only thing I've ever asked you guys for is to subscribe so we can keep pushing out these videos to people so that they can be happy just like you every time I upload, as well as comment what you guys want to see and hit that motherfucking notification bell. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Today we are going to be playing We Listen and We Do Not Fucking Judge. And the only reason why I thought about this is because I need a quick video, which is going to be like 5-6 minutes. So let's get into this. The rules of the game is I say we listen, we do not judge. And since there's nobody else in here, you bitches cannot judge me, okay? And we're going to talk about all the stupidest shit I've ever done this year and just dumb shit. So let's get into it, right? This is going to be number 1. We listen and we do not judge. When I first got to Atlanta, I did not have a washer and dryer that fucking worked. My apartment did not fuck with me. They treated me shitty. So a lot of my clothes were very musty. I had to hand wash a lot of my shit. And then they said I had to go to the washer and dryer. I had no fucking car and they knew that. They had me all the way fucked up. So when I came to Atlanta, I didn't wear socks, okay? And I never wore socks until I got here, and I only had 2 pairs of socks, and those bitches weren't getting washed because I didn't have a washer and dryer, okay? So then I signed up for this yoga class. I'm in my dirty socks, and I'm walking to this yoga class, and I finally get to this yoga class. I take off my shoes, I take off my socks, I go to the bathroom, and I clean my feet off with some motherfucking some soap. And then I go and do my yoga class. And then I don't know, for some reason, I still smell like a little bit of a stench while I'm doing yoga. And it's like more of that stench where you're like, is this a stench that everybody could smell? Or is this a stench that like only I could smell? And I knew that other people could smell it, but I did not know that it was gonna be so potent, okay? So then, that's what the fuck I ended up doing. I ended up being like, okay, nobody could really smell it, you know what I mean? So I got my black ass up and I go to the bathroom, put my shoes on, I'm taking pictures in the mirror, I'm trying to be cute for yoga class, and this bitch, once everybody leaves out the fucking thing, she says, in your area, it kind of had a stench. Like, did you smell that? Like, I kept smelling a stench in your area. Why did this bitch try to tell me low-key that my feet stunk? Like, this bitch did not. She was trying to tell me low-key, like, bitch, your feet stink like a motherfucker. And I was so embarrassed that I ran out of that place. I walked home, and I was like, never the fuck again will she ever see my face. We listen, and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. When I told you guys on my story time about me going back to the guy that ghosted, or not ghosted me, I'm sorry. When I told you guys about that story time about me going back to that dude that was a manipulator, I did not tell you the context of how the fuck he embarrassed me, and I still went for it, okay? We listen and we do not judge. When I reached out to him, this man, I'm telling this man, like, yeah, like, I'm sorry for everything that happened. This man is gonna go, I work at the Nike store right in front of you. Like, where do you work again? And I tell him where I work, and he's like, oh yeah, I work right there. Like I get off at 8 o'clock. We can hang out. And I get excited. He's like, what time do you get off? I say 9 o'clock. This man then sent me a message and said, psych. He said, psych. He said, psych. I'm just playing with you. I'm trolling. And guess what? I said, okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I just wanted to make amends, but I see you're not on that. And I block him. And then he ends up showing up at my motherfucking place of work saying that he was my motherfucking cousin, or he was my friend and he wanted to surprise me. We listen and we don't judge. In May, I went back to Arizona, and there's just one guy that I used to fuck that dick was so big. Like, I mean, his shit was like this. And he was such a horrible, Mr. Glendale. I went back to Mr. Glendale. Mind you, I didn't even get to fuck him. I'm telling Mr. Glendale, like, I could come pick you up. Mind you, he still doesn't have a fucking car, and he's 30 now. I tell Mr. Glendale, hey, Gilbert. I tell Mr. Gilbert, hey, like, do you want to hang out and, like, do stuff? And he's like, what you want to do? And I'm like, you know what I want to do. And then he ended up leaving me on red. We listen and we don't judge. Listen and we don't judge. I was so broke this one time. Okay, one time I was so fucking broke, but this guy asked me on a date to a Mexican restaurant, and all I had money for was the Uber, and I didn't eat before I went. So when I got there, I had money for the Uber, and then I got a drink, a $5 fucking margarita. I drunk it, and then I was like, yeah, I ate at home. And he was like, oh, are you sure? And then he ended up telling me at the end of the date that he was going to pay for everything and that I should have got something. Mind you, I did not know that he was going to pay for everything. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then he ends up taking me to another club. And then we get to that club and I drink one more shot. And then I'm pissy drunk and I don't even remember what happened the rest of the night. All I remember is that I was in my bed, but we listen and we don't judge. Whoa, wait, hold on. That sounded too fucking deep. I don't remember. All I remember is that I invited him into my house. Okay? That's all. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, he did something weird. No. Like, I invited him. I was pissy drunk and I invited him into my house. And yeah, the story motherfucking remains. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. When I went to Miami and I was so fucking heartbroken and I was telling the internet that I was so fucking heartbroken, and then I'm telling the internet that I fuck men, I hate men, I then got a man he followed me on TikTok, then followed me on Instagram, and then I'm like, okay, cool, like this is a mutual. He wants to support me through this. Like, I have a lot of you guys just following me and being supportive about my channel and about everything that I'm going through. So I'm like, okay, cool. I then followed him back on Instagram. I refreshed my Instagram and he then added me to his motherfucking close friends. So I'm like, okay, cool. I then press on his motherfucking close friends and it's like, whoever doesn't want to be in here, press that you don't want to be here. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this is my mutual now. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be in here. Like, you want to be friends? We could be friends. I then skip to the other page and then I refresh again and I click, and this man then posted another motherfucking story saying, who is a freak? So then I'm like, oh, like that switched very fast. Like, you were just asking whoever wants to be in here. So then I don't even answer it. I refresh again, 10 minutes go by. I go on Instagram and I click on his story and it says, does anyone in here sell exclusive content? At this point, I knew that he put me into this story so that he could ask only me. I knew I was the only person in there if I made exclusive content, and that was his way of thinking that he was trying to be slick. So me being heartbroken, I text him and I'm like, what are you on? Like, what is going on? And then he's like, oh, do you sell exclusive content? I'll pay for you. I got money. So I'm like, okay, cool. I look at my Cash App. I overspent the fuck. I only got $100 because my mom, she was supposed to send me $200 in Florida. So I'm like, oh shit. I need some motherfucking money, okay? So then he's asking me, do I sell exclusive content? I ended up going on motherfucking Twitter, finding a girl with big titties and like a miniature butt, and I screenshotted all the pictures and sent them to him, and he sent me $150. And then when he kept on asking to see my face in the videos, and I did not know what to do. So then Cash App kind of blocked him from like sending me money because he kept on sending me like $5, $10, $50, $100. So then when Cash App blocked him from sending me money, I used it as an excuse to be like, oh, you're trying to expose me. You're trying to expose my news. I can't fuck with you. And I ended up blocking him on everything. And I left the $150 and I paid for me and my cousin to do something. We listen and we don't judge. Okay, y'all. If you guys want to see a part 2 with my family, because I go to Arizona in a couple days. If you want to see one with my little sister or my mom or my niece, let's get into it. So this is day 19 of Vlogmas. I'm going to try to get this video up by 12 o'clock, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.